right now in your career, you are at Jellyfish, which is a bit of a different move for you. So what inspired that move from you were at Adam and Eve, now you're at Jellyfish? What inspired that move?
Yeah, so I think I'm a bit of a magpie. I like to kind of always be like, I'm quite a restless person, I think. I'm always looking for new and different ways of doing things. And having been, so I started out at VCCP, which is classic full service creative agency, but actually very integrated. They have a lot of different disciplines in there. And then Adam and Eve, which is, absolute best in class creative agency, making incredible sort of mostly big brand building campaigns. Les Burnett is there, so that was wonderful. But there was a lot of the world of communications. I mean, beyond that, marketing, but even just within communications, that an agency like Adam and Eve, it's not their specialism. They're great at certain things. It's not really in their wheelhouse to do the sort of thing that I was just hearing more and more and more about, and had like some skepticism about, sort of all the digital programmatic platform-led stuff. But I know where I spend all my time these days, and whilst you can never use yourself as a sort of focus group of one, like I do spend all my time on TikTok and Instagram, and I don't spend my time watching TV. So I was interested in going to a company that is digital first, and we actually, which is, no, I have not been at Jellyfish for very long, and it's a company that's actually been around for a while now. So I'm sort of completely sure into the history and the way it's grown. It also does so many things that I just don't even know about, and a lot of them I don't understand, because there's some very technical stuff. There's a lot of really interesting work in e-com. Just stuff that I don't even come across yet. It's a big company. It's got 2,000 people, offices all around the world. So like there's corners of it I haven't even sort of wandered into yet. But they did start out in the more sort of programmatic digital media buying space, and have been building up into doing more of the kind of, to use a lazy but useful phrase, upper funnel stuff. Whereas in the past, I've been at agencies that had started the other way around. And I was interested in seeing what it would be like to kind of look through the telescope the other way. Start in a company where the heartland was like lower funnel, and they were focusing on getting more and more up the funnel. Also, it's a media business that has grown into creative, and I really wanted to try working somewhere where creative and media were within the same company. So when we work on a project, depending on the sort of nature of it, you could be briefing a media strategy director, an analytics director, a creative director, a social strategist, and genuinely working in that super integrated way, which I think is great. I don't really think media and creative should ever have been separated. And so I wanted to go somewhere where they were sort of brought back together, and see what that was like. Plus, I love working with Tom Roach. He was here, still is here. And I thought it'd be a great opportunity to work with him and the rest of the amazing brand strategy team and the wider team. And yeah, we're just trying lots of new things in lots of different ways. There's not much of the muscle memory of traditional agencies. So that can be infuriating at times, because like sometimes you just want to do things the way that you're used to doing them. But ultimately, I quite like not working to assumptions and having a bit of a blank sheet of paper to figure out, if we just drop down from Mars, how would we approach this problem, rather than we do it the way we've always done it, because those are our sort of ingrained behaviours.
Oh, that's really interesting. What a fun challenge. But yes, like you say, it must be slightly frustrating at times, with that kind of like cultural or language barrier almost.
Because we have people from we have fantastic creatives from agencies that are not run on the kind of classic ad agency model where you have, two creatives in a team working to a creative director. We have social first creatives who almost do the strategy, come up with the ideas, make the assets, figuring out where I can support with those people, figuring out where that's the right way for the people to work, figuring out where actually maybe there is value in some of the old ways and to what degree. It can be challenging, but I mean, every job can, and it is really, really interesting. And luckily it's a very like ego-free, lovely culture, so there's lots of scope for sort of figuring things out together, which is great.